Alright, I know I said I wasn't going to do the Xtreme challenge, but I knew it had to be possible. Just not with the budget team, at least not with my roster. So, we're doing it with Zack, Rem, and Aranea. I'm glad I actually was able to do it with Rem, because I'd had so much trouble using her in the past. Really, you want to use her with someone with a good HP plus of some sort, and in this case it was Aranea. So here I was debating if I should get Overclock from her Dragon Dive or her High Wind. Usually I'll try and do it with Dragon Dive if it's available, because that's more situational than High Wind, but I wanted to break all of the enemies, and so I wanted to do an AoE Brave attack. This is probably doable with Snow instead of Zack, but whatever. My Snow is only at 1 ingot, and he wasn't doing enough damage, unfortunately. Yeah, the turn count is pretty tight on this one, so you need to do a lot of damage. And what to do with Rem here? Not an HP attack. Yeah, Cure is probably the right move. I don't know if Rem was the right one to use it on, but it's so early that it probably doesn't even matter. Zack did unusually small amounts of damage there, but oh well. Yeah, you'll see me do that a lot. Siphon Delta was ready, but Rem had full Brave, so I used her HP plus, because Siphon Delta is so extremely powerful, especially with multiple targets like this, that I'll just wait until her Brave is lower on another turn to use it. Yeah, Siphon Delta is really powerful. Especially considering how long it's been out. Yeah, this was a tricky situation here. Things don't look good for the team beginning. I'm hoping to get the Oak Shoe down to half HP so he'll respawn as little guys, so I can use Siphon Delta and everything, but didn't happen quick enough, so I'm just going to use Air's Superiority with Aranea after he resummons him. Zack's Last Stand will come into play a couple times in this match. Yeah, see, this was much better use of Air's Superiority than trying to use it on the previous turn. More HP pluses for Aranea. They actually deal more damage when the little spawns are out in the field, because she gets more Brave hits in. I take a lot of breaks in this run. Surprised I made score. Yeah, this guy's a lot of Brave right now. I probably made the right decision there. And now we have a decent launch setup. Not an amazing launch, but decent. And Arenea's Brave attack and launch is pretty good, because she has so many hits that it has a high cap. I don't think I ever swapped turns on Zack in this one, but I mean, why would I? To boost his speed, like, no. See, this is one of those rough moments where Rem doesn't have enough Brave to HP attack, but you don't want to use all of her skills too early. This is a rough one. This probably would have been a good time to use her C65. Because it didn't break, so it didn't add overflow overcharge. Another HP attack instead of Siphon Delta. Rem's rotations can be a little awkward like that sometimes. I don't want to kill it too soon because Zack isn't at full HP. Overclock, that's what it is, not overcharge. But Siphon Delta should bring him up there. And you want Zack at full HP for the final battle, of course, for Soldier's Grit. This is a great way to start the round. Straight into almost max damage to both of them into a free turn. Into a free swap into another HP plus, although that kind of uses up her high-speed maneuvers a little quicker. Unfortunately, but, well, it is what it is. I don't think they were targeting Zack during that apocalypse, so he didn't hit as hard. This would be a good time to use Cure. Yeah, need to get that damage boost up. Because these guys have a lot of brave reduction. Maybe not the best use of Chain Slash, but I wanted to get the turn rate buff back up on Zack. And Rem's Siphon Delta will Brave Shade the heck out of him. Having a tank is pretty nice for this stage. They're pretty fast and they do a lot of single target damage. I mean, they do a good amount of multi-target damage too, but yeah. Nice to have a tank on this stage. Obviously it's not mandatory, but it's handy. Again, it was like, what do I do with Rem? Especially good to, yeah, so he was being targeted there, he did more damage. It's especially good to refresh lock on the bird that's glowing, so that when it takes his multiple turns, it'll hit that. Luckily, it doesn't like to HP attack on the second turn very often. But Zack still has less stand for that. Took him all the way down to 0 Brave from max Brave. That was a pretty weak HP attack, but sometimes with Ren, you gotta do this. Luckily her swap skill is pretty turn efficient. Oh, and luckily her Siphon Delta charges real fast. Still cracks me up how hard that thing is. I just mean because Ren is such an old character. I'm pretty sure if you get broken by that, you get knocked back an extra slot or two. Which kind of stinks, but whatever. Luckily Ren can swap turns if need be. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be a thing this round. Aranea still hitting for all nines. Zack shrugging off that HP attack like whatever. Back to full HP. Or almost full. Whatever. Lots of swap turns on Aranea. I really thought that was going to break the other one, but oh well. Machina is really good with Rem because he has a strong HP plus. Same with Noctis and Arden. But I think that's why Rem was on Machina's banner and Noctis' banner. Yeah, I just needed something to do there. Since it wouldn't have been a good HP plus or a Siphon Delta. So like, well, I guess I'll battery her so she can at least do something the next turn. Refreshing the high turn rate buff from that, and the number of locks on the bird, who's about to take 2 turns in a row. Ram gets broken. So, yeah, I probably did the right thing there. This kind of stinks because overclock came off. Yeah, see, there's that last stand. And then Apocalypse is ready to heal him back up a bit. And if not that, Rem can take care of it. Yep, big brain moves right there. And he's back above half health. So what I'm basically doing here is, once they get down to half health like that one did, they up their brave damage reduction even more. So I'm going to take him a little bit below half health and keep the other one above half health. So that way when Aranea does her attacks, only one of them has the greater brave reduction. Eventually though, you do want to try and kill them at the same time because they will enrage. Oh, this hurts. I'm not sure if Zack would have survived that. So it's a good thing he dodged it. Actually wait, I think he had last stand, so yeah, he would have survived it. Not sure if that was the right time to cure, but I guess I got nervous. I didn't want them doing an AoE Brave HP attack. That was a great time for air superiority to come up. It didn't break. Oh, brr. Also a good time for Siphon Delta to come up. Yeah, Rem got knocked back pretty far from that. So here I'm thinking like, is HP plus gonna break to get the double turns, and it just barely did. Unfortunately it broke out of order, but it still broke. Luckily that thing's still targeting Zack. And this should be an apocalypse, yep. And he just came out of break. So there's that extra turn. And they're getting low enough to where we can probably start using Aranea's abilities without worrying about her running out. Probably start spamming them soon. Same with Rem here, it's like, do I swap? I guess that was an okay HP attack. It's probably an HP attack, yeah. Not a great time to use any of her skills. So here he HP attacks first. And if Siphon Delta doesn't fully break them, then Zack's dead. And there's a chance that B could do an all HP Brave attack, and Zack would also be dead. So we summon, and Siphon Delta does not break. So definitely the right move. Absolutely. And by the time the summon's over, Zack will have healed up. There's probably HP attack here. Oh, Chain Slash in there. Get full use of it. I guess if I'd have used Arenea's skills earlier, she would have had her EX charged up, but she'll have it here anyways. And it's going to hit very hard. Very satisfying. We're having one of those awkward moments again. Should see if I can give her some like Braver Gen from an orb or something, I don't know. Really, I just need to improve her artifacts too. But whatever. Still obviously works. Or I wouldn't have uploaded this. We did not get a consecutive turn there, which kind of stinks. They came out of break right after Arenea's turn. Both Rem and Aranea get pushed back there. So this is kind of a tricky situation. Probably going to rush Assault as the buffs are going to wear off right away anyways. So what I do here is I rush Assault A, and then I take the Brave attack from B, the HP attack from B, because Zack has last stand. And A might do an all Brave HP attack. And I do not want to have to put up with that. I use Zack C65, hoping it would allow us to hit a little harder. I don't really remember if it does or not. And it uses Feather Shots. Luckily. This would be a good Siphon Delta. Yeah, good. And breaking A will give Aranea consecutive turns and launch. Rem's not that great in launches, as you can see. So yeah, now we're spamming Aranea skills. Not worried about them running out at this point. We're so close to the end. I should probably do the same with Rem. Just picked one to knock back because I wanted to get her buff back up from that. Mage Tech Armaments or whatever it is. Good in HP plus as any other that Rem would have gotten here. Now here, Zack's shield is about to wear off because I used his C65. And he's going to get double attacks. So I used Rush Assault for the high turn rate. So he would get another turn right before A and get his Apocalypse up. And this is going to be another great air superiority. Yeah. Probably could have HP plus there, as this wasn't a wonderful launch, but whatever. Yay, Apocalypse. Should use High Wind Plus here. Good. It does so much damage in its plus version. Funny. Could have maybe used it again, but yeah. Our HP plus still hit pretty hard, especially with them both having Vital Crusher on them. This was rough, but yeah, swap turn was the right way to go. And then I don't think the HP plus is going to break to give Aranea those 2 turns in a row. Oh, she didn't have high speed maneuvers anyways, but yeah, that was definitely the right move to make. And air superiority is back up. We're going to use Overclock to get the plus version so it hits harder. And this should finish it off. There we have it. I was actually pretty surprised I made score, because I took a lot of breaks and Zack ended without fully healing. But we made the score. I guess I didn't take a lot of breaks. 16 isn't that much. It felt like a lot of breaks. Well, thanks again for watching. Thank you, Crystal Chronicles Podcast, for hosting the TCC challenges. And thank you, Macnol at cityinfo.com for allowing me to post the video. Zack's got some pretty nice artifacts. Not perfect, but pretty darn nice. And then he'll have his own sphere, which is a great sphere to give him. Rem has not so good artifacts, like I was saying earlier. Break speed up. Well, Siphon Delta breaks, right? And then Aranea, I have some pretty nice artifacts with as well. I haven't even purpled her armor, that's funny. I guess because she doesn't have her character boards. Not perfect artifacts, but pretty darn nice. And then she has her own sphere. I've been thinking about giving her Machina sphere, but another time.